back like we never left because we never did leave. You got your boy Love on the Hate One, and your boy Gil is in the building. And we back at y'all with another radio call. You guys already know we finna cook. So, man, we gotta discuss it, man. We gotta talk about this shit, Gil. What's next for Bud Crawford, man? Assuming, you know, even if he takes the Canelo rematch, okay? Well, I don't know, because I'm not counting Canelo out in the rematch. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. I know Canelo's going to be an underdog. I know everybody's going to tell me. But in this, you know what? In this fight, I think I'm going to just stay in the middle, just be a boxing fan for this one. Me, I feel like, you know, Bud still got options. I was thinking earlier, Bud said he's not going to 154, so we can, you know, we can stop with all of that. But I was thinking, you know, what if Boots try to do what Bud did and go up to 168? I think that'd be a good fight. You got, you know, let's see if Boots can somehow do something. Maybe if Virgil Ortiz wants to take a challenge and go up to 168. It's like, I'm not going to lie, man. Bud kind of set the tone for, you know, hey, if you want to be great, you know, shit. Now, let's see Bud give somebody another opportunity like that. Like, let's see, you know, maybe if, you know, I won't say Jamel right now, but shit, maybe if Jamal Charlo versus Bud at 168. You know, there's some fights out there for Bud at 168 if he, you know, if Canelo decides, you know, to go elsewhere or retire or whatever. I think that rematch is going to happen. If I'm not mistaken, it's a rematch clause in the contract. And Bud said he'll give Canelo a rematch. So I do feel like the rematch is gonna happen. But just in case it don't, you do have, you know, matches out there for Bud. I also feel like Bud can just retire. I mean, it's nothing else for Bud to prove. If he retires right now, it'll be kind of smart. But I don't feel Bud's going to retire because yesterday his coach said, nah, Bud ain't retiring, you guys. And I kind of believe him. You know, it's too much money to be made for Bud and still more, legacy gaining opportunities for Bud. But yeah, I personally feel like Bud retires. It'll be perfect to retire right now. But if some tell me maybe he takes one more fight with Canelo and that'll be it, man. But I got two questions for you. Number one, where do you think Bud should go next, Gil? If it's not Canelo, that's number one. Number two, if it is Canelo, what can Canelo do differently in the rematch to beat Bud? Now, let me answer the second one real quick because I haven't even talked about the second one. In my opinion, in the second match, Canelo will have to throw a better jab. In my opinion, fuck training for speed, all that slimming down you was doing. You might want to come in there bulked up and try to just go for the kill against Terence Crawford and try to land a punch, man. If you're not going to throw the jab, what else? I still think Canelo has a puncher's chance against anybody, but I feel like in this fight he was working on speed. But that's like his only chance, in my opinion. You know, to try to come in the rematch and try to throw, you know, caution to the wind. Take it to, you know, not Timothy Bradley, Terence Crawford. But, yeah, what's your thoughts on everything I said, Gil?
Honestly, bro, I think that if there's a name that you didn't mention at 168, what if Sebastian Fundora goes to 168? He's tall enough to carry the weight.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
So, I mean,
But he got to get past Thurman, though, Gil. That's why they name him.
The only reason I think that's going to be an easy fight, Thurman is so short, and he's had a lot of shoulder injuries. So that's a possibility there. I mean, because Bud already said he doesn't want to go down to 154, which I don't understand why. Maybe because Bachman's there or Ortiz is there, but
some dangerous fights. Boost too, some dangerous fights there. Yeah.
Yeah. So I kind of think that's why he doesn't want to do it. But another possibility is he moves down to 160, tries to get some other titles there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's not a lot of matchups there, so he could do it. He is pretty much an all-time great right now. He could retire.
Right.
But I think you're right. There's more money to be made. So I know that Benavidez wants to crack. They've already said no to that. So I don't know what his next move is gonna be. You know?
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what Bud's next move is gonna be. We're gonna see, but like to the second question I asked you, you know, if they do a rematch, which I do kind of see it, Gil. I mean, it's more money for both fighters, and I feel like, you know, if Canelo does continue to fight, which we'll talk about that in the next radio call, if he does continue to fight, I think it'll just be Bud. And what do you feel like Canelo has to do to even have a chance to beat Bud in the rematch?
It's the same stuff we talked about last time. It's the jab, it's the cutting off the ring, and using combination. I told you last time, combinations were going to be the key. And we saw it in this last fight. Bud Crawford was able to do 3-punch combinations, move to the laterals and move around, confuse Canelo a little bit. And I thought he should have been doing that early on. Combinations, even if they weren't hard, just shoot combinations. But you could tell the speed of Bud was getting to Canelo. He was confused. He was frustrated. So I get it. You know, so I don't know if Canelo would want to do a rematch, but if I'm him, I do it because it would just be another way to get the belts back and put something good on your resume if you're able to do it.
Yeah, I think that's what Canelo should do. Just go for the rematch with Bud. Because, like I said, at least you get a chance. At least this would be the smartest rematch. Because I was thinking, you know, if he somehow lose to Anthony Yard, that'll make the Canelo versus Benavidez fight that much better. But if he beats Yard, you know, hey, Canelo could still go for 175 and at least go for another title. And then if he beats Benavidez, I feel like that's a good way to go out. You can make Benavidez your last fight, the guy that some people feel like you've been ducking, etc. And then you could just be out, win, lose, or draw. But then again, I think the smartest thing to do is fight, you know, Terence Crawford again. Go ahead and fight Terence Crawford again. And at least you got a chance to get all your belts back, break even with Terence Crawford, and you know it's another big payday involved. So
yeah, and I mean,
I feel like he can do that. Wait, hold on, just 1 second, Gil. I feel like he can do that, and then he could just be like, hey, fuck it. You know, if he lose twice at Crawford, and even if he retires, it's like, okay, I just lost to the better man. It is what it is, and he could retire from there. What you were saying, Gil?
Why wouldn't he if he gave Crawford that chance, right?
Yeah.
That would be my selling point. Where I gave him a chance, I'm asking him for the same opportunity. Right?
Exactly. Yeah.
And make it happen. Because I'd be like, okay, well, I gave you the chance, so now you get me back, and this time go in heavier. Try to land something big, bro. Because, you know, he said he didn't push that hard, so okay, let me prove I can. Right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I said earlier, man.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I do think that doing what he did, you gotta consider him one of the greats now, bro. And
most definitely. Yeah.
And I mean, you got to give him full credit, and we said that before. We would do it.
Yeah.
So we're doing it now. We're giving him full credit. He did good, but I got to tell you, bro, he's 38 years old. He doesn't have that many fights left in him, so he's got to be very selective and try to get as much money as he can to kind of justify staying in the sport. You know?
Yeah, that's what I think. I think Terence Crawford, like I said, what he can just do is take the money fights now. If he, man, everything, the sky's the limit for Terence Crawford. Shit, I wouldn't even mind if Terence Crawford, you know, start fighting if he fights like a Jake Paul or a fucking Conor McGregor. He's at that point where shit, just getting all those titles, he can basically do whatever the fuck he wants. And if he fights Canelo in the rematch, shit, the sky's the limit, more money. Yeah, Terence Crawford, he has a lot of things that he can do right now, you know.
Well, see, with Terence Crawford, he could retire and then fight Jake Paul, and he would make a bigger name for himself outside of boxing. So it's another good way he could go out and make money, make these exhibition fights. He don't like them, but he could make it happen.
Right. Yep. Well, that's my final thoughts on it, man.
Mine too, bro.